how is it possible that living in the 21st century with a great education system and free media, etc., why is it that we've lost our own values of the Enlightenment, not only in the United States of America, also in Europe, and that we are now into a kind of discussion, you know, what is the best government model, etc., etc., etc. We lost a lot of credibility. Why?
We lost a lot, yes. I hope we did not lose forever. And I really hope that...
No, but why did we lose it?
Because the elite lost.
Which elite? Intellectual elite?
Political elites, intellectual elites probably. Because maybe the new technology introduced a new way of making the difference between truth and fake.
But we lost our values of the Enlightenment not a decade ago.
I'm not so sure, because one thing which strikes me, even today, the fact that our friend, for example, claims himself of Voltaire and Leibniz. This is very interesting. How the representative of a great country living under autocracy finds the need to claim faithfulness to Voltaire and Leibniz. This is a proof that we did not completely lost. well, not speaking of Ipsos. Yeah. Voltaire, Leibniz, and Ipsos.
With my all respect for you as a French philosopher, you know, we have complete translation of Voltaire's works in Chinese. I myself read French. If his admiration for China, because China is not autocracy. Europe at that time was 100% autocracy. So he looked to China. The 30-year war, Germanic population lost 1/3 of its population. He looked at China as the world's largest peaceful, unified empire. That's why he said we should look to China. That's the ideal. We have to be honest with the Enlightenment. If you look at Leibniz, the anecdote goes in, he said, I want to get each and every information about China. He said, please come to my office. We have knowledge about China. And he put a stick on his office, China Study Center.
This was the China of the time of Leibniz. What about the China of the time of today?
Today is much better. It's the best time of China, of course. You have to ask Chinese. Yeah. That's it. With all the opinion
I want to bring in Bill Fallon. Bill, speak your mind.
Again, too many things, too rich a discussion. And I'm going to break my own rule here and talk about China, only two things. It's very, very clear that the government of China puts a top priority on security and stability as the fundamental prerequisite for continuing its existence of its political system. It is fundamentally anathema to me that a nation with a responsibility for 1.3 or 1.4 billion people will deny its people the opportunity to listen, to hear things, not to act. The states will make rules all over the world to govern the actions of their citizens, but to deny the citizens the opportunity to listen to other opinions and ideas, which is a reality today in China, is fundamentally different than this Western humanism that we are called to at least discuss. So I'm sorry, but that's just my view. So when you restrict the ability of people to actually hear other ideas and to make their own minds, make up their own minds, what's good, what's not, then we have a problem from our view. But I'd like to go back to, let me get off that, back to ourselves. We share some fundamental values and aspirations with Western, we, in this case, the U.S. So what to do? I think that different than what you proposed a few minutes ago, one of our fundamental problems is that we, in Western democracies, are almost spending too much time in the detail of who has power, who should be in charge, how do I get myself in a position to lead and to, I think...
Damn, he talks so slow. My God.